Hello everybody, it's great to have you again back on our channel. My name is Amara.
And my name is Gospel.
Wow, if you are new to our channel, we bid you welcome. Do not forget, hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so you know when we put content out. Today we want to have another conversation that we think will be of value to you. And we want to talk about navigating tough times in your marriage, in your relationship.
Yes, there is a popular quote that says, tough times never last, but tough people do. And leaning on that, we want to say that tough times never last, but tough people do. Tough marriages do. Tough couples do.
Yeah.
So I know that we live in a global village where there are so many issues going on, so many challenges across the world.
Yeah.
And for some couples, they are going through tough times, challenging times as a result of death of a loved one. It could be loss of jobs, financial issues. It could be betrayal, trust issues.
Medical. It could be medical.
It could be health issues, conflict, severe conflict in your marriage, and you're now in a bad spot, a dark moment in your marriage, and you're wondering, how can we go through all this and how can we surmount these challenges? And it's becoming a point of conflict that even your marriage is at a brink at the moment. We want to let you know that you're tough enough to surmount this, and we want to share with you some tips on how you can actually navigate this tough moment you're going through.
So I want to say that, difficult times can refine your relationship, or it can even break your relationship. I think it depends on your mindset. It depends on how you go about navigating those tough times. What's your approach towards the challenge or the challenges that you are faced with. It is really important that you navigate this together. I would say I cannot overemphasize how important it is for you to work together as a team, especially when you're trying to navigate a very difficult situation in your relationship. You cannot afford to do it by yourself. It puts a lot of burden on you as a person. And hence, it is really important for you to think about the other person in the relationship and how you both can walk through these difficult, challenging waters together.
So you've actually looked at number one way to deal with challenging moments or navigating tough times is to work as a team.
Yeah.
Because whatever is happening in your marriage is not just you, it's the two of you. It takes two to tango. It takes two to make relationship work. It also takes two to surmount or navigate challenging time. You can't do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to synergize and work as a team to be able to go through this process and come out better. Because if you don't, it could destroy you or it could make you closer than you are at the moment.
Yeah. When you're going through a tough time, it's not the best time for you to keep to yourself. It is really important that you communicate with each other, try to understand what you're going through rather than, just being on your own. I would say it's best for you to engage in an open and constant and honest conversation with your better half. I cannot overemphasize how important communication is. It is the lifeblood of any relationship. And look, no one wants to be a mind reader in a relationship, right? So you don't want to put that burden on your spouse, like getting him to read what's on your mind. If you don't feel good about something, or if you feel so pressured about a particular situation, it's best to speak. It's best to talk to your spouse because they cannot understand what it feels like until you've spoken to them. There's a saying that goes that, a problem shared, it's a problem half solved. Sometimes you might say, oh, my spouse is not going to do anything. How is he going to solve this problem for me? But there is a lot of relief that comes from just speaking to the other person and sharing with the other person about what you're going through. Remember, you are in this relationship together, right? And you guys have to, like you said, work together as a team to be able to navigate that particular difficulty.
So you work as a team, and the second thing is you communicate with each other. Like you said, communication is key. So you must communicate your feeling. You must communicate that feeling, how you feel about whatever is going on.
Yeah.
Tell your spouse, this is how I feel. Your feeling may not encapsulate or capture exactly the problem as it is, but that's how you feel about it. So it's good you share your feeling. It's also good you share your thoughts, because for men, we sometimes try to think about it and internalize our thoughts. You have to share what you're thinking. You can also communicate your past victories. When you're going through tough times, it's time to share. How have you navigated things together?
Yeah.
You talk about it.
And sometimes you just draw inspiration from it. Just sharing, look, there was a moment when we went through this and that, and this is how we were able. And, you just draw strength from just sharing, those kind of victories that you've had together. And again, you can also draw inspiration on how to navigate the current situation.
Yeah.
You can get some ideas on, this is what we did previously. Maybe it's important for us to do it now. And you never know. It's just, that's what communication does. Because you speak, you get ideas, you get inspired, and then you share.
Yeah, so don't just say, okay, you know what, I've got an idea. This is how we can navigate it. And you start implementing those ideas. You need to share those ideas
together,
because you're working as a team.
Yeah.
It's good to share. It's good to come up with strategies to help you navigate. For instance, if it's a financial problem and you're saying, you know what, I've got an idea. I need to take a loan. You're taking a loan, making the decision, but you're not communicating. If you do that, it's going to create more problems.
Yeah.
So rather than do it all by yourself, share your thoughts,
together,
your strategies,
together,
and work as a team. The third point we want to look at is be patient with each other. You have to be patient with each other, because when things happen, some people look at things differently.
Yeah.
Some people manage things differently. The way you process a challenge may not be the same way I process a challenge.
True.
The way I deal with it may be different.
Yeah.
I may resort to being quiet, not talking, and my ability not to share could become another problem in itself.
That's true.
It could be that, it's hitting me so hard, I'm
internalize
low
it,
and out because of what's going on.
Yeah.
For instance, I lost a job and it's affecting me so badly. So if my approach to dealing with it is not effective and it's affecting you, I expect that my spouse will be an understanding spouse who will be patient with me to go through my approach to it, and possibly help me use the right approach to dealing with the issue.
Yeah, I know it's easier said.
Yeah.
It's easier said. And I can tell you, sometimes, we talk about being patient with each other, but, when the pressure is on, when the heat is on, I think patience is the least thing you want to be, or the least emotion, or I don't know if it's an emotion, but is the least attribute that you exhibit
at that point,
because it's about, you're so pressured, it's about solving the problem. You're thinking, I have to get out of this because I'm feeling the heat, the heat. But I think, like you said, everyone processes things differently. And in the bid to sort yourself, or in the bid to navigate your challenges, you don't want to create a problem in your relationship by the way you've handled it. Because that in itself, after you've gone through, like we say, tough times don't last, you go through it, you come out of it, and then you've got all of these things to deal with, all of these baggages to deal with. So it is really important that you're patient with the other person, and maybe try to communicate frequently, because that will get that person to understand a bit more, and maybe move with you on your pace, and you maybe communicate why you need to move quickly or why you need to take it slow. Because sometimes people say, we need to take it slow, we need to take it easy, but your spouse doesn't understand. Why do we need to take it slow? Why do we need to be quick about this? But it's all about you communicating that and patiently waiting for them to, to move with the flow.
And talking about patience, you have to also be patient with the process.
That's true.
The process of navigating the tough time may not be as fast as you want.
True.
It could be something that requires you to go through a phase of 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, depending on the issue. We can't highlight different issues here to take so much of our time. But we are saying, be patient with the process.
I want to say, I give an example, and maybe this kind of resonates with our tough times at the time. It's, for example, you're going through a waiting period, when you're waiting on a child, you don't have a child, that's not something that you possibly can put a time stamp to it. You can put a time stamp to it because you don't know. You don't know, right? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it could be more. And it's about who you become in the process. Because a lot of times when you go through the tough times, it actually, like we said before, could refine you, could break you. It's about gleaning from the lessons that you right in front of you during the tough times, because trust me, it's not easy. It's not easy for anyone to be smiling when they're going through tough time, or be comfortable, or be patient when you're going through tough times. But again, it's still down to your mindsets. I'm going through this. What is there for me to learn from this? How can I become a better person? And maybe that way it kind of helps you to be able to navigate that challenge, rather than you just being focused on trying to get out, because it might not be as quick as you expect. And
the problem with trying to get out faster than it should is that sometimes it creates problems that you may not be able to handle anymore. Sometimes it creates more problems. For instance, you said about waiting. Some people, in the bid to solve that problem, have created lifetime health issue for themselves that even having the child will not even solve anymore.
The problem, yeah, that's true.
You mentioned about having this positive mindset and all that, and that leads to the next point, which is to have positive outlook.
Develop
positive outlook when life becomes tough. It's hard to do, like you said, but it's something you need to do. This is what has helped us to navigate challenging times. You need to know that challenging times or tough times, they are always there.
There's always another level.
You might face this and you survive it. There's another one coming.
There is.
So it's
progressive.
One phase at a time. So you need to have positive mindset about life, knowing that for every difficult moment, there is a lesson to be learned. There is something good in that challenge. What is that good in that challenge? Maybe you've not seen it and someone is wondering, what is that good in my financial situation?
That's true.
Obviously, it could be that your loss of job, your inability to have the kind of money you want, will lead you into discovering yourself.
That's true.
Discovering business opportunities, maybe starting your own thing. You lost a job, yes, it could be an opportunity for you to venture into that thing you've desired to do on your own. And if you give it a try, you would see that that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
And one of the things you need to do is to feed your mind with positive words, using spiritual resources like, for those who believe in the Bible, read your Bible, look at those positive things in God's word, and have time to read motivational books, positive books that would help your mind, because out of your mind, your attitude and behavior would flow.
Yeah. I want to say something here, and it might be something, I don't know if it's unusual, but it's something I felt to share. Look, you need to make room for tough times in life. You can't stop living. You can't stop having a relationship because you're going through tough times. The truth is, it's a part of life. It's a part of life, and it's about you understanding how you weave. I know it's difficult. Sometimes we're saying this and it sounds like, oh, talk is cheap. But the thing is, you can't stop living your life together because you're going through a season of challenges or a season of difficulty. It's about how you navigate together. And that season should not break your relationship. It should bond you. It should bring you closer. And that's what it is. It's challenging, but if you have that sort of outlook, which is part of, being positive about, yes, this is another one. Yeah, oh wow, we just been through that season. It's over. Wow, this is another one. And you kind of embrace it. What lesson do I need to learn from this?
Yeah.
And maybe that's one way to have a positive outlook on that particular challenge.
Definitely. So stay positive, build it as a habit to have a positive mindset. There are so many examples out there. When you listen to people's testimonials who have gone through the same thing you've gone through or you're going through, you will know that what you're going through is not unusual.
Exactly.
Someone would have gone through it before and the person came out well. They say at the darkest hour of the night.
Just before the dawn.
Before that time, when it's so bad,
Yeah.
there is going to be a breaking of the day. So
That's true.
stick in there and stay positive. You will see that you and your spouse will be able to navigate the challenging time.
Yes, absolutely. Another thing I think is really important in trying to navigate challenging moments is you need to stay spiritually connected.
With each other, right?
With each other.
Yeah.
With each other and with your source, God. You need to stay spiritually connected. You cannot afford to allow that situation wedge a gap between you two, right? It's the time that you guys need to come together. You need to pray together. You need to trust together. You need to believe God together to navigate it. Because look, it's a challenge. We don't know what to do. Help us, God. Really. Because look, and when you stay spiritually connected, it builds the bond in your relationship.
Yeah.
Just imagine that every single day, waking up the day, you're praying together about that situation, what that could do to your relationship. You cannot take away that.
Yeah.
You can't.
Definitely, because yes, a stone is thrown at you, but you can use that stone to move up and come out of the situation.
A stepping stone.
Use it
actually.
as a stepping stone, and it's going to be one thing that will be a rallying point for you and your spouse. Maybe to have more time together, to pray together, to stay spiritually connected, and nothing can overcome a couple who is united in spirit, soul, and body. There is no challenge that is too much that can overcome such couple. The next point we want to share is you have to create fun time. Fun time. Life doesn't stop because you're going through challenges. Last time we faced global health epidemic and we survived.
We did.
Now we are facing wars and things like that. We are here. There are inflation issues going on different parts of the world, but people keep living. Will you put your life on a pause, on hold, because you're going through challenges? No. So you have to, in spite of what you're going through, find time to be happy, to smile, to dance, to make fun memories with your spouse. Enjoy your life. Don't wait for the next year, next 5 years to enjoy your life. Don't wait for when everything is going to be rosy to enjoy your life. Don't wait for when you have all the money to enjoy your life. That time may not come. This is the time guaranteed to you today. So make the best use of it. Enjoy your love life. Enjoy the spouse that you have. And that's all you have to do.
Yeah. And, just drawing from your point when you talked about creating time for us, another thing that kind of links to that point is around being alone together. Sometimes having to go through a tough time might just be an opportunity for you guys to take a retreat and just spend time alone together as often as you can. That in itself can help to build that intimacy. We talked about, spiritual connection. But this, again, whilst you're doing that together, that would cause your marriage, your intimacy to flourish. Yes, you're going through a tough time, but, sometimes when you come through and you're on the other side, you realize that, I think we kind of grew through that situation. We became better. That situation actually kept us together more. We prayed more together. We did a lot of things together. We had sort of emotional closeness together. And it's something about, you have to think about, how can you share activities like you talked about, creating that fun and, making sure that, yes, you're navigating this, but your life is not on hold. A lot can be gleaned from the dark side of the challenges that you have to navigate in life.
So what you're saying is that it's not time to start telling everyone how bad your life
No.
is. It's not time to wallow in self-pity and
all.
call people to come and help you. You're suffering. This is happening. It's good to
Reach out.
engage.
Yeah.
Social support or external support is wonderful. I don't discount that. But my point is about time you stay alone and look at what you can do to get the best of your marriage. Think about Think about the good times you've also had in your marriage and dwell on those wonderful memories, because they are the things that will help you to navigate the challenge. Your victories, share them together, okay?
Absolutely. And it might just be a time for you to do a reality check, because you might be going through that challenge because you've made a decision that led to that. And maybe this is an opportunity for you guys to talk about it and how you can navigate that particular challenge.
Yes, we know that life is full of challenges, but whatever you're going through at this moment is not there to stay, because you're tougher, stronger, better than what you're going through. Like we said earlier, work as a team, synergize. You can do this together. You can overcome together. You need to know that whatever is happening cannot destroy you as long as you're spiritually connected, as long as you are communicating open heart-to-heart connection or communication, as long as you can create time to rejuvenate your relationship and stay together as one. I know for sure that tough times will never last, but you as a tough couple will always last longer than ever. Another important point we want to highlight is you need to reach out to external support. Your social support is really important. You don't die in silence.
That's
Maybe
true.
what you think you're going through that is so unique to your family, you might realize that there is another couple out there who have gone through the same thing. It could be your friends, it could be your family members, but let me also say, it has to be someone you trust, someone who is responsible, mature, and who can offer support. It could be their experience they will share with you that will make a difference.
Yeah, or they could signpost you.
They
to
can
somebody.
signpost you to someone who can help you navigate the issue. And reaching out social support or external support could also mean engaging professional help. Do you want to talk more on that?
Yeah, so sometimes you might reach out to families, you might reach out to your friends or your people within your social network, and you find this is still a challenge. This we haven't quite got there yet. There are a lot of professionals out there that you can engage with. Maybe something that has to do with you going through counseling as well. They are there, and I would say please engage with their services. I know people from our community find it difficult to reach out to professionals, and you feel I don't want my thing out there. But look, you cannot afford to die in silence, because somebody can come into the relationship and help you both, navigate that challenge. And again, we're here. You can speak to people like us, and we would try as much as possible to see where we can help you, and we can advise you where possible.
Yeah, to add to that, from our experience, we've actually spoken to several couples and their life is taking a new turn. So obviously we are not trying to promote ourselves, but we know that whatever you're going through, there is a word of counsel or advice that may be helpful to you.
Absolutely.
Give it a try.
Now, we appreciate you guys for waiting right till the end and listening to this. I hope you found a lot of value from what we've shared. Please let us know on the comment section. And if there are things that we possibly missed out, you think these are ways that couples or you as a couple have been able to navigate your challenges, please do share with us on the comment section. It would be great to read from you. And if you're new here and you've forgotten to click the subscribe button, now is the time for you to do that. Please click the subscribe button and kindly turn on your notification bell. To all our returning subscribers, it's always a joy to have you. Until the next time, it's goodbye from us.